What's up, everybody? Jester here. We are back in Conan Exiles. We are going to be doing some building. Just chill, easy, no real anything, but just trying to get our home set up. Again, we're going to be doing kind of a caged-in village, or a walled-in village. We found a pretty good flat spot last night, so we got to travel down to that. So we might as well get moving. Let's make sure we got our protection. We do. We did end up hitting that that base tonight, but there was nothing there. So, I mean, there was nothing of substance there. A little bit of stuff, but nothing to write home about whatsoever. Last night was the better hit, for sure. Mostly we're just going to be running through here. I'll check a couple. We are heading the direction we want to be going, so just keep on, I'm keeping on. I'm not in love with this location, but we're going to have to take what we can get. The only other spot that would be more useful would be down in New River. I just don't want to build on New River. We will probably be expanding the Sinner's Refuge area just a little bit. Not a ton, a little. We'll come have a good look at this again and just see what we're getting into. Now, the problem is we've got an extremely full inventory because I am stacked with stuff. So we can't pull up the foundations until we set down maybe a box somewhere and stash a few things so that we can pick up those foundations and then we can start going. We kind of looked at it a little bit last night, but we didn't finalize what we were going to do. Sorry, not too talkative. A little disappointed we didn't get a good hit on that purge or on that base, but look, man, we don't really need anything. We've done everything for ourselves here on the server, and I'm not gonna cry over not getting everybody else's shit. But I staked that out for a little while, and I was really hoping there was something more in there, and it wasn't. The piglets. Here is what we put down last night. Now, the problem we're going to run into, and I can see it already, well, I guess not really a huge problem, but we're only going to have one wide walls. I was hoping for two, but that's going to be too big on the little turret castle things. It's not going to really work out. So, again, we can't do anything with anything right now. But we did claim this area up, and I think it's going to be just fine for our purposes. We're kind of near to a couple other people, but whatever. I'm tired of looking around. Just want to have a place that we can call our home and really settle in, because I don't like the place that we've got over by Flotsam. It's just ugly and not as functional as I want it to be. let's just sit down. Let's see. A couple of chests. Let's get rid of some stuff that we probably aren't going to need, but we brought anyway. Get rid of some spots. We don't need all of that. Look, I mean, we're stacked with build supplies, man. That's the idea. That's the idea. Most everything else we kind of sort of need. I don't think maybe we need the steel. Maybe not even iron. All right, well, let's pull this shit up, see if we got enough room for it. All right. So I think what we should start with is probably the first turret, because we're going to have 2 turrets and then a big door up front. I mean, obviously that makes perfect sense, right? And then we'll probably have some type of little fishing village right out here. We'll see how it works out. Again, I don't know what exactly we're going to build it in. It could be black ice. The outside, I think I want to try arena first. So let's start with air. So this is just going to be the center of town, basically. To the right there will be the door, is the plan. So we want to start with it being lined up. And just how much do we want? For the out front area, or do we want the out front area to be part of our thing? Not really. That looks terrible. So we'll need a little room on the front to kind of... God damn it, you stand over here and leave me alone. All right. Probably something like that, and then let's... move it over about 1 block. All right, so this would be the interesting thing. Do we go ahead and put a way to get up in here? Because that's going to be the way we go across. We can have like some windowed room and stuff like that here. Let's do, what do I need to place that? I haven't really done these big doors, so I'm kind of curious how that works. My guess is it's got to be on a foundation. I hope this is going to work. I don't think it's going to. It's not going to, so we'll have to start at the highest point. If we don't get it right from the get-go, it won't be right ever. So we've got to get it right from the start. Hopefully this will work. I think that's probably going to be close enough. Hopefully we can get over here. All right, so now I'm not completely sure how this is supposed to work, because how do you fill in that gap? Okay, so that will work. We can put some type of black ice. We're kind of spitballing right now. Something like that, maybe. It's not going to let us do it because it's clipping, but it let us clip the other shit. So I don't know how we're going to handle this. Yeah, it won't let us actually do anything better. We'll sort that later, I guess. I don't know what we're going to do about it. All right, well, that'll keep it somewhat symmetrical. I don't know how we're going to handle... Maybe we can put a roof piece or a regular piece. Let's see if it goes. I doubt it. Like a floor piece up there just for... Or maybe we can do that as an anti-climb measure. Because we're going to be doing a lot of that. Don't want anybody getting in, really. And that is going to be walls, so that won't be a problem until we get up higher. And see, then we can kind of bring off the walls at an angle and come down a bit and go up a bit. I'm hoping we're just not too close over here. That's my worry. We'll have to come off of that one. And then we'll make it kind of angular and come off of that one as well. It could be a little oblong. We didn't really get this centered very well where we want it. So maybe we start over. Look, if it's not right to start with, at least we know what we're doing now. That'll give us more room over here to go that way. Okay, I think we'll be fine here. I know it's probably dark as shit for you guys. 1 second. Why in the hell it does this? I don't know. Thank you, YouTube. There we go. I think we're still just a little close. I'd rather get it right now before we get too much done than I would have to go back and redo it all in a little while. So let's take the time. Oh, okay. All right, this is actually a problem. So it's not going to work that way. We're going to have to make do with what we had. Because it comes downhill just a little too far. So we're going to have to start it up here, which is fine. We'd like it to be pretty flush, at least over here. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I don't want to have to go up one to get all the way in. So we're gonna... That isn't gonna work. It won't click. See, that's just not what we want. Works fine on that side, don't it? I mean, man, that comes downhill a long way, doesn't it? Maybe if we bring it out closer out here, it doesn't look quite so downhill. It looks a little downhill, but not as much as it is over there. Maybe if we get a little closer to the water's edge. We just need it to go up the one so then we can start using walls to make the little, like I said, defense turrets. Triangle. Okay. And it won't do it. We actually had it in a pretty good spot, it looks like, because we were able to get it all in. But we were so far up here. I hate that. Just keep working on it until it works. That ain't gonna work. It won't lock you in, so. Click in. All right, so we're doing the same thing over and over again. How did we do it last time? Oh wait, it worked here, huh? I don't know how it worked here. I wish you could raise the piece up just a little bit. Bring it up, like, to where you could actually do something with it. I mean, we could do it all on stilts, but, yeah. But, that ain't gonna work either, because that's not gonna click in. Not as flat as we'd hoped. Well, I'm trying to get it to where I can do walls and stuff going up. I had it, and then I kind of let it go because I didn't think it was going to be centered. That might work. All right, that might do. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Then that will resolve our problems and we can put it exactly where we want to go. I've never tried that before. Thank you so much. All right, so what you're saying is we put this block down. And then we put the fence. Does Arena have one of those? Does it have a fence foundation? Arena might not have a fence foundation. It's got a fence and then the crenulated. Well, it won't matter. We can do it in whatever. And we do want to use some of this. All right, so what you're saying is now I can come over here with Arena and bring it up half a block. That solves all of our problems. And then I can delete these. That solves all of our problems. Nice. Nice. Thank you for that. I wouldn't have thought to try that. Didn't realize that those fence foundations could actually be useful in anything other than just covering up a mess. That's a player. We don't really care if we're in their way. I mean, we're not going to be in their way, but I don't really care if they approve of us being here or not. And we're still within the 1 block. All right, that's pretty good. Oops. Nice. That makes it a lot easier. I wish there was more half blocks in just the build sets, period. I know that would complicate matters a little bit, but it wouldn't complicate them that bad. Okay, so now we can put in our big door. And this is just weird too, because it doesn't actually match up. But what we found there a minute ago is we can do this, but we can't really put a roof piece on it. So we can do that to kind of cover it all up, make it look decent. But we can't do much else with it. Because it won't let us put any kind of roof piece. Like I went to Black Ice and I was going to just put a cap on it and it won't even let me do that. Because now it's saying, even though we're clipping completely through that door on that, they're like, oh, no, that's too much now. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. We could try a floor piece. That isn't going to work either. I mean, it's just not going to work. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do to fix this. Another reason I like Arena is because it's one of the few sets that actually has like a full staircase. So from the side, it doesn't have that weird look. All right, so now we just have to pick out which way we want to go. And I think we can probably go out some to our next set of spires. And then we'll go straight back for quite a ways. I'm not happy with how that's going to look, but I'm hoping we'll be able to do something about it down the road. And like I said, these are just going to be defense towers that go up, but let's get the layout done first, and then we'll do the detail. That'll look nice. Okay. So we want to come off of that one, or do we want to come off of that one? Let's come off of this one. And this won't matter all that much because we can do on the inside walls. Mostly this perimeter wall is just going to be a place that we can run to and from to defend. So I'm not too worried how this comes out. Maybe something like that. No, it's going to have to go there. Because our stuff will be down here on the inside. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks off the square. I feel like we really should have gone off the other thing. Let's do that. Because we're going to do the circle here, and then we're going to come off. Yeah, we're too far. Wait, why is that now not playing? Oh, it is. My headset fell off. I didn't even notice. I got my hoodie on underneath it. I'm like, why can't I hear the music? In a very weird music weekend. You piece of crap. All right, so I guess we're going to have to go off of... I think we're going to be okay here. We'll see how it works. But this way we're going to have ways to get up and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 off the square. Okay, so let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 off the square. And then this will be another turret. It's built into the wall, basically. I think. Yeah, because we can just do our triangles. And then our squares. And then our triangles. I've always wanted to do something like this that was like an enclosed castle type build. It may not come out exactly like I want, but I don't exactly have the perfect location for it either. And we would be building another one here. This is going to get awkward, though, because we're going into that hill. We're going to have to put a foundation there. No getting around it. So this one won't be as functional as the other one, I guess. Or we'll just go up a level. We'll see how it works. What the hell? And the wall will go up, oh, 3/4 of the way up it, and then there'll be a little stair that goes up, I think. So some type of RP. I'm just trying to get a good vision for everything. It doesn't feel like it's the same, but I'm certain that it probably is. And then we're going to come straight off back this way and cut straight back. So we're going to go back a long way from there. But it doesn't feel like we're at the same length. Let's do some counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not the same. That's why it doesn't feel the same. Because it's 11 and then it's the tower. Shit. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so it was only 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was our problem. It needs 2 more blocks. And we build on that one. All right. Yeah, snap gets me every time. All right. That is evened up now, and that feels more evened up. And we'll probably come off this way, because this is just a continuation of that wall, and we don't really want to do that. We want to come back towards the middle and then kind of maybe even hex it in the back end. We will have walls, and it will be good. So we have to come off that square. Now that feels like it's really going to cut down our space. Let's see what it does on both sides, because we're just going to go back a long way. Yeah, that's turning it right to there. So we're not going to go back as far as we thought we were. Or we could, I guess, make some changes. We can't really use that one because it's going to run up on him. So we kind of have to do it this way. It'd be the second. Saying it wants to go off that way. I don't like it. Maybe we do it a little oblong, because I'd rather come off this way. It feels weird that we're going in an angle and it would still be straight. You know what we could do? We could just change up the pattern. And that'd give us a little more variety maybe as to how we can go about going back. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be symmetrical. I don't think it's going to be symmetrical. And that would allow us to come back off this way, which is what we want. Getting everything connected could be a pain in my ass, but this is going to give us all the room we're going to. That's really all I give a darn about, is I just want to make sure we've got room. Yeah, okay, so here's what we're going to be putting in. We're going to be putting in a very large smeltery. We're going to be putting in an armor, like an armor area that's going to have probably the advanced and then also the campaign bench. We're going to put in a blacksmith that'll probably have both the advanced and the campaign. We're going to put in tannery that'll probably have at least, but well, maybe both. Maybe just the big one and then like the advanced tanner's table. We're going to put in like a tinkerer's area where we've got the advanced dismantler and we have the tinkerer's bench. We need a sorcery area. We do not need a sacrificial area because there is just no NPCs to be dragging back here. Plus, we've already got 2 of those. Let's see, what else do we need? We need a home. We need a house, or at least a room or something, but I would kind of like to do it as some type of court. I don't know. Ugh. It's going to put us off half blocks if we don't do this the same. Because the triangle and the square are 2 different things. Oops. So we're going to have to be fairly uniform with the outer wall. We'll figure it out, guys. It should work. As long as we don't go too far off the rails with it, it should work. And we'll probably be able to make it work by linking in at different angles on a main spire or something like that. Yeah, I know. I tend to overthink this stuff. I hate going back after I've done so much and having to redo. So I guess we'll just kind of see where this leads. There's definitely somebody over there farming. How many did we go out here from the tower? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's a lot of area in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 more blocks to get it symmetrical. Doesn't look symmetrical, but it is. All right, let's go ahead and get our towers here. I think I know what we're going to do. I think. I think. We're not going to put a tavern or anything like that in here either, so. It's not nearly as big a scope as I thought it was going to be. I could have done this different. I could have gone more squared, but I don't really want like that. Yay, it's a rectangle kind of build. I want there to be some shape. You butthole. We'll go over and do this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we build on the 9th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Build on the 9th block. It won't go. Why won't it go? If it's that bad, then let me put it underneath there. I'm happy to put it in another block. That one will go. Why won't a triangle go? That is so strange. Well, let's go around the long way then and see how much of it we can get done. This is slower, but we're not in a big hurry. That's probably where it went wrong. Now we should be able to do it. Now it'll grab. It had nothing to grab onto because it was just at flush. All right, so now we got to figure out the dimensions of a circle that goes from one of these to the other, because I want to do like a big spire that goes straight up, and these will be smaller spires. So this, I'm hoping we can get it right here to there. And I want to see what that's going to take to get a circle made. Although it doesn't, well, it needs to be a circle. Kind of. I'm not sure that's enough space. It looks cool. I think we're on the right track here. It's just, how do I go about getting something, and not just a wall here. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, hang on. Let's find center. That could be a good deal. What the fuck? All right. Okay, so 4 is center. This is our center block. I don't know how this is going to work. What I'd like to do is a big tiered tower for the back piece. And then these would be like the shooting turrets from the sides. That's what I would like to do. I think we're certainly going to have plenty of room here, so that won't be the problem. We found our center, which is this block, but that doesn't do us any good. because I can't build what I want to build based on that. So maybe what we do, oh, you butthole, is let's build one of each of those. And then we'll just experiment until we get it right. That's going to come in shallow, isn't it? Yup. All right. I have a better idea. Let's try this. Quit. Why? It keeps... Wow, I think my right bumper is sticking. There we go. This might work. As long as we keep it symmetrical, it should work eventually. Once we get it figured out anyway. Does that work? Absolutely not. So it's weird that it does this even though we're on... All right, so let's try something different. That's okay. We just got to figure it out once. Once we get it figured out, it doesn't have to be done again. So let's try this on triangles instead of... and see if we can make that work. That was never in that location. This isn't going to work either. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Maybe we should have started with the big tower. My right bumper is definitely getting sticky. Okay, this space has to work. Like, it makes no sense that it wouldn't be an even number. I guess it could be because we came off at an angle, so we could be on a half piece. And that could be causing the issue. Well, let's attack it a different way then. Let's go ahead and build back across here. Let's see what we can do with this. This would be an interesting looking tower, wouldn't it? It would be a very interesting tower. Kind of an oblong shape. So it wouldn't be a traditional round tower. It would have a completely different shape to it, and I don't hate that. There's nothing saying it's got to be round, right? And that would give us, the entrance would be those 2 blocks right there. Is that right? Yep. Yep. I don't hate it. That really limits the amount of room we've got out front, though. Like, that's not as much room as you think it is. Not for everything we're trying to build in. I just don't like this at all. I feel like we're going to have to start over again. And maybe we start with the spire, and then we come off from there. And then when we get everything to fit in between these 2 builds, it's a little bit on the rough side. It's different looking, I can say that. But it's just not far enough back. What if, just for shits and grins, there still isn't going to be enough room, I don't think. But what if we did this? And then this would be our center point. And this was our weird looking tower. Maybe even a little less. The problem's going to be with the flooring. Yeah, I think we're going to start over. It's a chill build stream, but that doesn't mean we want to do it wrong. So why don't we pick up and we'll put our tower where we think we want it, and then we'll kind of go from there. It's an awful lot of work to start over, but look, if it's not right, it's not right. Exactly. Like, I don't want to do this again. It's okay. I'm not upset. Like, there's no... Look, at the end of the day, we now know that we know how to do this, so we can come back and do this anytime we want. And we might have even learned something for going forward. So starting over, not a huge deal. But let's start with our tower. Because our tower needs to be not in arena. It needs to be in Black Eyes. And then the walls coming off are going to be in arena. If it's not what we want, it's not... God damn, I hate it when it does this. I hate it when the game does this. Turn. That's so annoying. If we come back this way, we'll be at a higher point. Good Lord, come on, game. I can't. That's me going forward. It won't spin. It's still... Come on, man. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you get to, Cotton Eye Joe? Kick, kick, kick. Roll. All right. Oh my God. This is so silly. All right, well, the good news is if we put our tower back here and we kind of build back to it, we're coming downhill. So we should have a downhill build the rest of the way, as long as we don't get too much. Like, this will be the edge of R. Because I don't want to cut off the way through, so that way there's still room on the backside there. This is so weird. I've seen it do it from time to time, but it's always been where you could kind of spin the joysticks and it would come out of it. Now it's not doing it. That's so fucking annoying. We might... Hang on, let's... Well, he's standing guard. That's fine. Let's just reset. It doesn't take but a minute to relog. Let's see if that fixes it. Silly game. Silly game. I did something similar to this on my solo server up at Stargazers. Ah, there we go. All right, let's try to do this the way we were doing it, except for this is going to be black ice. And then hopefully this has got a fence foundation, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's black ice. We're going to delete it anyway, but... Interesting. It's behaving different than the first one did. We're not even lined up here anyway. Short fence? Okay, we'll try that. It's all coming out anyway, so we'll just put in a stable foundation, I guess. Let's do the short half-height fence. And now let's put in a black ice foundation. No, it doesn't want to do that. Why isn't it working the way it worked in the last one? Just another quirk. I have an idea. Hang on. This should take care of that. All right, I think that works. Now we can get our big tower going. The floor is just going to look weird. That's just the way it is. That's going to give us a ton of room coming off of this tower. We got some room to go out like this way. And then we can come out going that way. And then we'll have stairs that come up to this. It's a little taller than I wanted, but maybe we can fix that. Where did I build something? Okay, hang on. I don't like the flooring. I love everything else about this, but I don't like the floor at all. The other foundations look so much better. Maybe we do arena foundations. No, because that's going to be a huge difference in color going up. I think we're going to do it anyway. At least this way the floor looks better. The beautiful part about this build is we're not really doing a whole lot of flooring. There'll be quite a few foundations, but it won't be too bad. I hate to say this, but we're not lined up right. Let's see how it works out. We're not lined up right at all, though. It's not going to work out. I was more worried about the height than I was about the angle. This is better. All right. See if we can finally get this right. second time I've done that in a row. Yeah, this is a lot better. Okay. As far as being lined up anyway. We don't want to go crazy big with our big tower, but we want to go fairly good sized. Probably one more round on the outside. That way we don't have any flooring issues as we get up the way. Fuck. Fuck. This is getting flustering. We're very close. We're just... Once we get it set, it'll be fine. So I don't really want any damn dirt in the house, is the thing. Bring it up a little higher, I guess. See what that does. This is plenty of room. This is what happens when I don't do like a drawing or something of what I'm actually trying to accomplish. Oh, shit. Forgot one. There we go. I can see it in my head. That doesn't do anybody any good in practice. Let's see how we did. We did good. We did good. And we can probably even go one more block out. All right, so that should work out fine. I want to be careful about how big we get this thing because I don't want there to have to be pillars on the inside. But this is going to be a tall-ass tower for no real reason. Oh, it won't build because of that tree? Really? Stupid. Just pick it up. Fine, we'll sickle the damn thing. Okay, why isn't that working? inventory is not full. We've got plenty of spaces. Why is that not working? Oh, Conan, how I love you. It picked it up. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's picking anything up. It's not showing that I'm picking anything up. We're going to have to do another quick reset. Probably. This is about the perfect size, though, because I want this to be kind of a welcome area. We might put the portal right in here, like dead center room. Maybe. It could be outside. I don't know. But I kind of want to keep my portals closed, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, we're going to have to restart again just to see if that's some kind of bug. It happens. This game is just loaded with bugs. And I do hope that they said they were taking the time to fix a lot of them. I hope they are. I think this is kind of their white flag. It's like, hey, we're not going to put out any more for this. Dune's coming out, and I can understand that. Oh yeah, it's gone. It was just a little visual bug. What the hell's going on? What's going on here? Now I don't have all my build sets. Oh, God, man. There we go. They finally loaded in. Good Lord. Yeah, I hope that they're going to get a lot of that fixed. Why won't... Is it because of that bottom thing? That's why, because it's under... I see now. That was what was happening the whole time. All right, so that's our main tower. And now the walls will come off of this. And right here will be our main entrance. I don't understand, really. That'll go in there just fine, but the stairs won't. We're having all kinds of issues all of a sudden. It's trying to click into places that it shouldn't. It'll go here, and it'll go there, but it won't go here. I don't understand that. That could look kind of cool, though, like a dual door. But I hate to have to do that because the game's tweaking. It's not because we've done anything wrong. Now it should work. It's just being finicky. It's just being finicky. It's okay. All right, so that's our main area, and then we'll have a second tier and probably a big high tower that goes way up. And that will be how that works. Now we got to figure out the angle at which we want to put the wall off. And I'm thinking maybe there and there would be good angles for that. So let's we could make 3 deep walls now too, to where it'd be a really like a we could actually have, we could patrol the wall, so to speak. Sort of. I think the one's going to make it simpler, but so if we came off there and there, we'd be able to go up quite a ways. Okay, I'm feeling this. Let's so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that we've gone out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna run into problems building our tower, but we can work around that. Now that gives us a much better. You see how much wider everything looks now? That's going to give us so much more space because we came off this way. And see, from here, we just have to build the turrets, which would involve this. Oh my God, it wants to continue to do this shit. Something's goofy with everything right now. Something's just being really goofy. Like, there's no reason for... Oh, it's claimed land. Shit. All right, well, let's see if we can get around it or not. It's telling us it's still claimed land, okay? So we just keep coming back until we can actually do it. This looks like it should be doable then. All right, so we were just getting a little bit close. So it's 1, 2, 3 out. And then we can continue straight down that way. We can cut down this way. It's not as wide as we want, but we can't get any closer to this guy's property. God, we're just trying to fit in. We're trying to fit stuff into a space that I don't want to be limited. I'm wondering if this is even the right spot for us, guys. Like, legitimately. There's nothing else we can do here other than fish. And now we're seeing... And it's claimed land. So, yeah, we're trying to force this in, and I don't like it. It's a pretty cool idea, but I don't like having to force stuff. But it's one of the biggest open spaces we've found on the whole server, other than down at New River. What would be the benefit of building down at New River? Nothing there either, really, other than maybe some hides and basic ass resources, which would be pretty easy to get. But even then, we've got stuff we've got to build around, like different NPC spawns, and nests with eggs and stuff in them. So like I don't know what to do at this point. Let me go get some iced tea, and we'll think about it while we're looking at that. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, and I think I'm learning how to accomplish the build that I'm looking to do. Because now I know that we can start with our big base, because I do like spires. I like going way up into big builds like this. Here's what I'm actually tempted to do, and this is no BS. I'm actually tempted to just build back at Sinner's Refuge, because I know how I can lay it out and it'll look great, and we can do it a little different than we did it last time. And Sinner's Refuge has big benefits for being a main base. Not only is it really close to Sinner's Refuge, the cave, it's also got tons and tons of hyena pelt. There's brimstone in the cave. There's a couple, 2 or 3 mini bosses that are pretty close for Skelly Keys. We've got fishing available very nearby. There's plenty of raw natural resources as far as trees and rocks and grass. So we could put our golems down and they could harvest that for us. There's, I mean, it's fairly centrally located. Yes, it's in the, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go down to Sinners and we're going to see what we can accomplish down there. I personally, I think Sinners is one of the best locations in the entire game as far as being a productive base. And we own Sinner's Refuge right now. So we won't have any problems with anybody being near us. We can rework what we have. So let's go down there and think about laying something out. Is it kind of boring that we're not going to build in a different biome? Yeah, but we don't have to do the same build I did on 1520. 1520 was a nice build. I really liked it. It turned out really great. But as far as being like this is a good area. It's just I feel constrained. And I don't want to feel constrained. I mean, I guess we could put our tower closer to over here, but just not that into it. All right, we got problems. What can we not keep? Most of the stuff here, we can get rid of that and that. Not much we can get rid of because everything was pretty good. We can get rid of the crystal. We've got plenty. Yeah, we can get rid of those. We can just get rid of that. Okay. I'm fine with this. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away. And let's head down to Sinner. but I want to build it different. So at least there's going to be something different about this one. Last time we had a giant spire tower that looked great. I think we can just take this guy's teleporter right to Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Who's his dancer? Just an entertainer one. All that space for just an entertainer one. Yeah. Well, let me guess. I'm behind a door and I won't be able to get out. Oh, no, he didn't do that. Okay. This way we didn't even have to run back to our own portal. I like having good active bases, like things, places that we can use. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just makes good sense to build here at Sinners just because of all of the stuff that we already have. Do we need the thralls out of there right now? No. Do we need the steel fire production? No. But look at how much room we've got. Oh, crap. You've got a... You're not going to knock out a hyena, are you? All right, that's good enough. This is what we've got here for now. So we've got control of this spawn here, which means that we can use those guys for what we're using them for here anyway, which is sorcery. So up here can kind of be our dungeon area. That's kind of how we did it last time. It makes sense, but I also wanted to put somehow, some way we're going to do don't like black ice floors. It sucks. All right, we'll just have to deal with it. What we did last time, and it would work because it worked last time, would be to put in wherever we're allowed to build, which is probably just right over here, I would think. Yeah. Bang and bang. And this will be where we can come out and we can go get those guys. And then inside of here is probably going to be our tower. Probably. Where the hell did that go? Huh. And then we'll probably rebuild that to kind of be more in line with everything. The trick here is going to be, how do we do the rest of it? I think this can be like our smeltery area over here. We'll build out a space that we'll try to get 6 smelters in, 6 of the efficient smelters in. Shit, we didn't bring any stone consolidate in either. Kind of need those to build those. That's okay though. We can run over and grab that, or we can make some. It's not a big deal. Pardon me. Sorry. The thing that I found building in this location last time was that it's, you know, before we end up getting ourselves killed here jumping around, let's go in and spend some time with the dancer for a minute. And then we'll have a separate spot for food. I was going to expand this area anyway, So why build like a huge base somewhere that's just going to do the same thing this is going to do? Or does less even? Just because it's an RP or good looking build. I've said many times, I kind of take issue with people that build beyond what they really need. And it's their game. They can do whatever they want, but it limits the amount that other players can do, which is one of the reasons we wanted to come to a less active server. And as it turns out, even in a less active server, we've got a lot of people maintaining their timers. So those really good spots are just taken. And they're always going to be taken because people are renewing the timers. We've done pretty good with some, decay farming. The one that we hit this afternoon that we'd been looking at for a couple of days was an absolute bust, but last night was pretty okay. We got quite a bit of good stuff out of there. Lots of gold. Some basic stuff like lots of iron, stone, wood, quite a bit of resin, that type of thing. And I'm okay with that because that lets me build. All right. I'll tell you what, you hang out here for right now. No, it's strictly going to be a question of how we want to do this. And I think this would be about right. And then we can kind of start our tower from here. Oh, God dang it. I don't want it to be like this. Gosh darn it. I'm really not caring much for the the black ice. I just don't like the floor. These triangles are too much of a pain in the ass. They don't want to go in one direction at all. And I don't care for that much. I'm not even sure that we're doing this properly. Because this is going to be a massive tower that I'm not even sure is symmetrical. I don't remember how we did this part. That works, and it might work. Hang on, let's just try it. And this one won't turn for whatever reason. What the fuck just happened there? Oh my God. It won't turn for... That's why it wouldn't turn. Guess we're about to find out if this is going to work. Holy crap, it works. Okay. All right, so that's our tower. We're going to have a lot of work to do to keep these triangles straight. But it is what it is. And then we'll be able to come up to that level. And then maybe we'll put something off the side here. That's where we can go in and out of. I don't know. We'll see how we can do it. But we're not going any bigger with the circle here. So let's do that thing that we do to make sure this is actually going to work. And we want to make sure we're getting, if it needs one down there, we want to put one down there. So everything is supported going up. The worst case scenario would be to get into this and have to redo it again, which would stink. The floor just looks so ugly. That one doesn't want to turn either. It won't turn, so it's going to be the only one that's out of spec. Is that because there's not one on the ground? No, there's one. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, we're coming together. Oops. Coming together. Where did that one throw to? I think it went under it. At least the pattern, now that I've learned the pattern of how to do these, that part's a little bit easier. This ought to be fun. Going in a little easier than I thought. That's good. All right, so now we just get the last one in the right way. And we got our base. I hate that we're building here, but it's the right play. It is certainly the right play. And I'm hoping we don't have any flooring issues, which we might, which means we may need to create an inner room for our portal. We'll see. All right, so as far as coming down goes, it would be here. We'd be coming down here to that next level. But this will be our big tower. And then over here, maybe we can put like our food area. And then we'll have some type of pathway or some type of connection that goes up over there to a crafting area, smeltery, tannery, all that good shit. On the last server, I tinkered and did the tavern over here and kind of built out some foundations to make it pretty big, and also used this area as tavern. We had something in the neighborhood of 15 bars. It was ridiculous. Complete and utter overkill. Let's see how this comes down, actually, because I am curious. Perfect. That works out beautifully, actually. We could make a doorway that goes over there and probably up a block. Let's just kind of lay that out. Probably gonna have to come up another block. Oh, that stinks. That's stinky. But not exactly the end of the world. And like I said, we can have something that comes off of here, or we could even just have a doorway that comes out to there, and that's maybe an enclosed tavern or something. I don't know. Food over here. We can't build up, but we can build down. We got another shelf down here, and I think in the last one we started our tower way down there. So this will be a really tall spire. Maybe down here this time we do an offset spire. Let's get down to it and see what we can accomplish. That hurt. That hurt. What's up, buddy? Why won't it just go there? I have never understood this at all. There's no reason for that to not go in. Unless it's saying the grass is interfering, which it might be. This can be like a welcome area, maybe. We're building on centers again. I tried to do that other spot. It just didn't work for me. It honestly just did not work out for me. I didn't like it that much. And now it goes. We just gave it a second. It's so odd. Okay. We're trying to do a different layout. I mean, similar but different. Whee! I know I love it down there, and I'm not wrong either. You know how valuable this location is. It really is resource heavy. And I don't think that's deniable at this point. All right, so I think what we would want to do is come off this way. And that way we've kind of building up extra room. I know, but I just hate the fact that I keep building in the same damn places. It's right, but it feels wrong. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's the correct thing to do. Why won't you turn? It won't turn. It keeps doing this shit to me. I hate you. Sometimes this game is just annoying as hell. There. And it's wants to go when it wants to go. It doesn't want to go all the time. All right, so we got to continue to bring this down. That isn't going to work because the elevation change is different. Oh, news. I'm all ears. Amazing. I'm happy for you. I've been trying to work out a way for me to get a new one. So I'm extraordinarily jealous. Congratulations on getting that. I know you've been wanting one. I'm curious to see what that 4090 will do. All right, so we want to come out here and do an offset. Over here. How far down does that get? Ooh, this might work out okay. Hang on. Because it's got to come down to somewhere over here still, too. Yeah, I mean, especially with that equipment, like, the beautiful part that you've got going for you now is the same thing that I did when I upgraded from my 1060, or my 1060 rig, was, I built the new rig, but I kept the other rig with a 1060 in it. So I had two 1060s at that point. I kept one in it, and it's like, okay, well, if anybody needs a computer to use, which is what it ended up being used for, I shipped it down to a friend of mine that does music production and streaming and stuff. And I told him, I'm like, look, it's not the greatest computer, but it'll keep you going while you're getting your stuff put together. And that's kind of how it worked out. I'm not sure what we want to do here. We're pretty level right here. The issue with me wanting a new computer is it's mostly just wanting, because I don't have any issues, knock on wood. But I just don't like the way that's shaping up. I like where that tower is going to go, though. And then I think we'll do an offset tower. Well, maybe. What if we did something completely different? What if we did something totes different from anything we've tried before? I mean, stepping up to a 4090, bro, you're in rare air. Curious how this is going to affect everything. Because what I was thinking was we'd do a fast elevator, and then we could drop it to wherever it goes and build off of that and be a little more level to that ground. So, like, detach the building sort of using one of the elevators. But that means the only way to get up here is to use... Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that, because we're still going to build over that way. And maybe we can build up or something. Man, I don't know. This is so ridiculous. Why do I keep doing this to myself? All these silly builds that are great, but... I can't stop putting myself through this. Yeah, I've got a wonderful way to make the scenes. What are you looking for? Like, what did you have and what do you want? Do you want stuff like what I've got, where you've got the start and the pause and the stop? Oh shit, it's about to storm. Let's get up here. Not that we're gonna get hurt or nothing, but we'll go into cover. Because I could just make you a set and send them over to you. Full motion video, everything. I have a program. And I'd be happy to do that for you too. You'd have to give me a couple days, but... and actually probably even more than a couple of days, because I would want to collaborate fully with you. And, Okay, well, I mean, I can do all of that stuff depending on the stuff that the easiest to do is the pre-animated stuff, but we can find a vibe that works kind of for that, I think. We'll have to hop in a Discord call. Are you going to be up for a little bit? Because I'm thinking about calling it pretty soon. I'm getting flustered. I already built a whole bunch and we had to tear it down. So I'm kind of like, But these are the kind of things I love to help people do because I do know how to do that stuff. And I can make you, I'm not sure on transitions. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, did you have animated scenes and all that good stuff? Like, so animated transition, animated start screen or pause screen. So like here. So like that was my animated, they all match. My start, my pause, my end screen, they all match except for they say what they are. But they're animated to kind of keep it looking nice and not just static. Okay, look, I can build you a whole stream. Like, that's not a problem. That's super not a problem. And it's really not that hard. I've got a program that I already pay for that kind of does it. That's why I do more generic, kind of on-brand generic stuff. So what are your three, if you had three colors, or what color scheme do you use? That's the first question. I bought a new notebook today so I can write it all down. And I worked on the War Makers video today and it got real long real fast and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do it over. I talk too much. It makes me a decent streamer, but it's kind of annoying for videos. Like by the time I actually got to the dungeon, it was already like a 9-minute video. No, bro, I'm telling you, this is the stuff I like to do. This is what's fun to me. If it was an inconvenience, I would tell you, and I would point you in the right way. No. No. You've been around for a while. You helped me learn this game. The least I can do to repay all of that is do something that I find to be fun. I can build you a whole stream. All right, so this is going to be its own thing here. We may do a bunch of foundations on this. How far over can I go? I bet I can't go much. Ah! Could do a little. Well, sort of. I mean, I stream other stuff too, so I kind of want to keep mine. Like, I'm okay. The term sellout's not exactly what I would want to say to that, but like, I'm okay buying in. But I also know, and you can't build any more there. Okay. That's as far as we can build over. Okay. So this will be our little entrance to get over here and pick those guys off for this is going to be similar to what we had on 1520. I mean, it just works. It just works. It's super quick. You just pop out, you do it, you come back, you're done. Bro, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get into that game. But I also know that it's still, I'm trying to keep my hype under somewhat of control at this point. Just because it's not here yet. I don't know how part's going to come out this time because that's not very much space at all. I can't remember how we did it. I feel like it was more a part of that than it was anything else. Yeah, look, I can't go back to Twitch. I just can't do it. I tried for too long. The monetization thing, while it's not my main goal, it still really sucks to know that they're hosing me. All right, we're getting bigger here. Yes, I told you we're doing it again. I told you, but I'm trying to do it different. I'm trying not to be that guy. That's why it feels so bad. Is that I'm in the same spot. Look, it's open. This is an established, even though it's not a super populated server, it's an established server. So all the other spots that I have any interest in building in are freaking taken, and the people are renewing their timers. So what are you gonna do? You know, you either don't get your spot, or all I'm saying is I like this spot a little bit, and I think we agree it's a very useful place. Where did that one go? Okay, it doesn't matter. If I can't see it, it don't matter. All right, well, that's becoming a space now. It's still not a good space, but I think that's probably enough room to put in Sorcerer's Bench and maybe 3 stones. Yeah, but from what I've seen, because I've gone looking a lot for decay farms, and the real juicy spots, they don't get even under 100 hours most usually. Is that even a term, most usually? Sometimes combinations of shit come out of my mouth and I got no idea. And then we can have the golem area kind of like we did last time. So that'll be fine, I guess. I suppose. I want to do the crafting area different. I mean, it was good last time, like everything worked. But I kind of want to do something more centered on the smelters. So maybe make another tower like that size, and then somehow get the smelters to fit inside that inner circle. Look, that's their prerogative. They were there first. It stinks as a player trying to come in and build something, but it is what it is. Again, I can't say, oh my God, I can't believe they've done this. We got everything there, but the question is now going to be, do we bring it up to that area with stairs, or do we do something else? Like, what if we put an elevator on this block? And then we probably, well, that would kind of ruin everything, wouldn't it? And look, I just kind of went with this one because it's the new. I, you know what happened on 1520, and it's made me not want to trust even PvE people, because it seems like no matter what you play these days, there's always somebody that's just absolutely toxic. Whether it's No Man's Sky or whether it's this game, or like, we're not even in PvP, and yet there's just toxic people. Period. All right, so we're doing all right with that setup. Do it. All right, so this part I'm not worried about. This should be big enough now for... I think we can get the 3 stones in there. Boom, boom, boom. I wish we could get one more layer there, but it's not going to let me build it because can't build here. It's too damn close. Maybe we put them on this side this time. And we can't really do that either. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I think in the end it might even end up being bigger than 1520. 1520 was sizable. That castle build was, in the end, it was sizable. Like, after I finally got it all sprawled out with the stable area and the map room and then the fishing hut down the way, like, it was sizable build. No doubt about that. This one could go bigger. It could. What I'm going to fill it with, I don't effing know. I don't have you here to craft me some decent decorations. We were right, by the way. That hit this afternoon was not good. We picked up, mostly it was wood and bark and stuff like that. Yeah, I liked that build. To be honest with you, I really liked the theme that I built that ended up being your house. Was that tavern in the woods type of build. That inn. But that spot's taken. Otherwise, I might go up there and do it. I could do the crafting area a little better this time. I learned lessons from that build. The one that had the 3 towers in the back, and it had the 3 towers in the back. Yeah, you remember. It was your house. It ended up being your house because I decided I wanted to go back to where the resources were. like the chowderhead I am. You know, I haven't even looked at the... See, that's the problem with not building in Stormglass, is these windows are just open, aren't they? Which means storm gets through. I love the inside of that, though. So the plan is we're going to do our thing there again. We'll expand that a bit. And that's about the same height, isn't it? It's not quite exactly, but it's about the same height. Yep, it didn't quite come out exact. That's the difference on the back end then. So that area there is just that much lower, this much lower than that area there. So we'll have to rebuild that. Let's try something though. Let's see if I can do this. No, that's going to put it way up there. I can't believe Arena doesn't have a fence foundation. That's so weird. What was the one that had? It didn't work, but let's try it again just to be certain. It just doesn't want to do it, does it? It just doesn't want to do it. Arena, look, man, that what I think this looks pretty nice up here, honestly. Like the way that I built this one, you know, with the stable little gate foundation things on it. I think it looks pretty good that way. What it really needs, I'm hesitant to say it, but it needs some type of roof piece to give you that doming effect and then leave it open. So you could actually build like an open air arena that had cover for your seating. You can do it if you use like storm glass, but it's not that arena look. Like just to build like a gladiator arena would be kind of fun. You could RP with like the fucking taxidermied tigers and shit down in there. It'd be hilarious. I like the idea of doing this. I've never built one before. Do I even have the stuff to build one? I don't even know how they fucking work. Do I have to craft them in a crafting bench? I bet I do for the elevators, don't I? Shit. Well, you could do that too. Like, I'm just saying. You only get so many followers. I'm already pushing it, and I've got, all I really have is a purge base and my thralls. Like my crafters. I've got 2 personal protectors right now. I've got a decent Luffy, and then a berserker that I'm currently using to knock people out, because my Luffy, since I went with the devil's bone meal, he'll go knock somebody out, but then that debuff is killing him before I can get him back to a sacrificial stone, which is sick. All right, I'm gonna have to go to a crafting bench and see about elevators, because I want to see how that works. Let's go to the home. That should be in the artisan table, right? For the fast elevators? Or just elevators in general? Never built them, never used them. This would be fun. Oh shit, we can make a steel cage. Okay, I forgot about that. That's where that's at. I'm not seeing elevators. Wow. Hang on. So this isn't where you build them? Where the hell do you build the elevators then? Treehouse could be fun too. Have you ever tried a treehouse? That could be interesting. It wouldn't be a decoration, right? I don't see the damn elevators. Oh, great. That's running like a son of a bitch making insulated wood right now. Okay. Shit. Steel, shaped wood, and twine. Clear queue. Let's make a couple of these. Yeah, we maybe make a couple more than a couple. We'll do 5 of them just to see how it goes. And then behind those, we will craft the insulated wood back going. Yeah, I bet. Like with some of these big trees down here at Noob River. The fuck is this? Ooh, that could be fun. We're gonna need to incorporate weapons and shit into this thing. Like, let's go full on everything we can do. But for now, I want to check this and see what this is all about. Well, I know there's a couple of really big trees at Noob River. But in the jungle, it would give you that Ewok vibe. On the moons of Endor. The moon. Whatever. Alright, so we got one. Let's head back. Screw it. I have to spend a little time with the dancer, but then I want to tinker around with this elevator because I've never tried one before. In theory, this should work fine to put right in the middle and it'll go down. You can take the elevator right up to this and we'll build something on that level, like a, yeah, you'll see. Well, because this is going to be a floor anyway going... Right here is going to be a floor going into the tower anyway. Like here. So we'll figure out how we're going to work up to this. We've got 3 slots to do it via stairs and stuff. And we'll incorporate the elevator in the middle. So maybe like a dual staircase that comes up to the same spot that the elevator comes up to. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, well, I'm sure I'm probably going to regret it, but I've never done it before. I haven't tinkered with them even. I'd like to learn. Let's do instead of that. That worked perfect. And that'll bring us to here. And then how is this going to work? Let's see how this works. We need to go back to black ice, go to floors. So the stairs will end up coming up off of that. But it can't. That's okay. We can always come around with, we'll figure this out. I want staircases that go up maybe both levels. Maybe we start them at the front and then we bring the other one to the other side. I can see it in my head. So hang on. What I'm saying is we're going to have 2 levels here. It's not just going up to 1 level. This won't just be a 4 tall deal. We're going to go up to the 2. So this will be open. So maybe to get up to the 2, the stairs start over here and they start over here and go up. And then we bring the other stairs up over here from there to there on both sides and just make them these nice grand looking staircases. I think that could be a decent thing. And all we got to do is make sure that this is, you know, not covered up with flooring and stuff, which should be pretty easy considering that we can do this. I'm curious how this is going to work now. Hang on. I may be wrong. Because we got to go to the triangle flooring. Where's the decent piece of triangle floor? Really? Black? Hang on. Black ice has got a weird triangle floor, huh? There you go. So that's going to be our first layer. And then up there is going to be the next one. So now we'll have 2 layers in between, and to bring, once we get this all the way back over there, of course, we got to bring up walls and shit. And I'm hoping that we don't have to put a fucking central thing up here to support everything going up. It's going to be close. That's 1, 2, 3. We're probably going to have some problems with support unless we put in some walls and some things on the interior. We can maybe support it going up. It'll get better as we go higher because we're going to bring it in a spot. Like we're going to tier it going up. So eventually we just have to worry about the stability at the bottom, and then at the top, it should be fine. I can't just build, man. What if I have to delete everything? See, that's the whole point. But I've never incorporated one of these, so this is kind of a cool time to give it a try. Why? I'm liking this set less and less and less at this point. I'm thinking about building an arena and just going with Stormglass accents. Black ice just is not what I want it to be. The flooring looks weird. Like, look, that's all wood covered, and that'd be fine if I had the option to do that with these squares, so it all looked kind of uniform. I'd be fine with it. But I don't see that option. We just have the one piece of ceiling to work as floor and flat ceilings. Don't know. I don't think it'd be a horrible idea to switch. Maybe we just go to Stormglass. Stormglass looks good. We can give Stormglass maybe some arena accents, but we can also do stable with it. Looks pretty good. I really wanted to build in black ice, and because the insides look so cool, but I don't like this at all. That's annoying that the triangles are all wood covered and there's no other option. What if we did Reinforced stone. That'd look kind of good down here, wouldn't it? Yeah, but they look so good. But they look so damn good. Like it's fun to see the patterns and stuff. So I guess this one's kind of got the same situation where it's only got the one ceiling. I guess we'll just deal with it. Let's see how this works out. And I really dislike... We're going to build this in Stormglass. Maybe Arena Foundations and Stormglass. And the reason is I don't like the windows. The windows for Stormglass don't seem to let the storm in as much as these open windows do. And I don't just want a tower that's a giant solid mass. So maybe we do Arena Foundations to give it kind of that gray and then contrast with the black. And that way we can get some design in actually on the outside of the... Like it's not just going to be one big flat thing with windows that are going to be hurtful, basically. I'd like it to be as secure as possible. But we've already done all of this. Don't know how I feel. And this didn't work over here either. The foundation trick worked pretty good earlier. I wonder if we could... Hang on, can I manipulate this a little bit? No, not that way. Well, just for storms and shit. I don't necessarily want the storms running through. Plus, I don't think those windows look as good as the Stormglass windows do. And I don't even have the bonus set of those windows. And like I wish I did, because I definitely incorporate it. That's not for sale right now, is it? Here I go talking about buying shit. No. They get the sandstone thing. Looks like everything's getting ready to change over, though. Maybe we wait. If we can get the Stormglass windows, maybe we should do it. I think black ice is just going to be wasted down here. I don't think it's the right look. Reinforced stone might be the way to go. That looks real nice too, but see the same issue. We've got these windows. I guess I can have secure areas inside of the towers and stuff where I can go to get out of a storm. But I mean, honestly, the storm isn't going to kill me. We got too much armor and too much HP. It's just not going to happen. Now that I'm looking at it, we probably ought to let that corruption go. Hello, Mercedes. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, I feel like we're going to need 2 builders for Dune. I feel like we're going to need somebody that specializes in a PvP build, and then somebody that specializes in like a crafting type of build. And I'm not very good with PvP stuff. I wouldn't be. I'm good with NPC mobs and things like that. I can craft all of those things just fine, or build things like these type of bases just fine. Functional. I like this look. I don't really want to let this go. I hate to just do Stormblast again, though. We went and got all this black ice for no damn good reason. Now I've got like 30k black ice that I can do nothing with. Arena it is. I think you get a really nice contrast between Arena and Stormglass. Oops, that's wrong. Right. Yeah, we'll get up there eventually. If they're in the middle, I don't much care. Oh, come on. There, I finally wanted to go in. All right. Got all but this one over here, it looks like. I don't think we're going to be able to get to that one from here, so we'll have to go back up. Well, I don't want to just be a builder. I mean, I want to experiment with getting out and doing, you know, PvP content. That was the easiest way to go about that. All right. Shit, where did that go? I don't know. I'm gonna... I know what I bring to games and stuff. I feel like I'm gonna be fine. I want to be able to do it all. Like, that's the fun part. Oh, wait. No, we can come out here and you now fix these. I think that was actually the underneath. All right, let's do... So all that work we did, oh, we should have just done them all at once. All that work we did making sure shit was lined up is now irrelevant. Because at least the pattern looked right on the ground. I don't think... I think black ice is kind of just not that good down here. We're gonna throw that one too. Good Lord. Oh, 1 sec. Now we don't really care about the pattern because it's not nearly as important. This will help match up this will help match up everything later. All right, that fixes. Yeah, there's where we threw that one. All right. That fixes everything for now, unless we did something going down, which we didn't yet. Okay. I still think we're going to have a pretty bad problem with with structural integrity. Oh, and it's, you know, that game's going to force me to get into more of a shooter style, because that's not really what I like, is shooter styles. I'm not a huge fan of that. I do like... I mean, I don't hate them. It's just that I don't really play them very much. Actually, this should be Stormglass. Just these little parts, it's not a big deal. All right. Let's see about if we're going to have a problem. Well, again, and there's also the building and the PvE side of it, and who knows what kind of shenanigans we're going to get into with other freaking clans and houses, and like there could be a system to where like houses could make little wink and alliances and shit. It's going to be great for content. It's going to be great for just something new to do. All right, here we go. I have one problem here though. And that's this wall. Needs to be Stormglass foundations. I don't have a choice. You'll see why in a minute. These have to be that, and that's going to screw up the whole ass vibe, isn't it? No, because that's all. That's going to screw up the whole ass vibe. Because I don't want one random arena wall. And that would make this top part look weird if we went to all. If we went to all Stormglass. Maybe we should just go to fucking Stormglass all the way around. I wanted to try to tie in the arena portion we're going to have in the back by using these foundations. But because I have this set up, I guess this kind of looks like a welcome mat, right? It'll be fine. I guess it'll be fine. Everything going up from here is going to be Stormglass, so maybe we should make it Stormglass. So torn. I didn't want it to be that dark, but I guess it's going to have to be. All right, I think this is the best we're going to be able to make it. Let's just... The arena, it's good stuff. It'll look... We're going to expand that back end. It'll look different than the rest, but that's fine. That's how it looked on 1520, and it didn't look bad. Stormglass just looks so clean. Especially if you kind of space out your windows a little bit and... This part's going to be a bit of a pain in my ass, but we'll make it work. Nice. Well, that's still a black ice foundation there. All right, that should get it. Now we got to do the bottom floor. Yeah, I suppose we could do that, but I'm a little bit sold on this idea of what we're trying to do here. Stop doing that shit. I do like Stormglass. Like, it's not that I don't like it. I just built in it last time. I know it looks good. That's an interesting looking floor, isn't it? All right, let's just do the rest of it. Screw it. Easy. Yeah, and yeah. Look, I've owned it forever. I've owned it for so long. And I never thought that it was soloable. I thought I wouldn't have any fun playing this by, God bless. Wouldn't have any fun playing this by myself. And it hasn't been true at all. Come on. Oh, that explains why I didn't want to do it. Okay. Gotta be supported. We're gonna make sure if it needs one of these bottom pieces, it gets it. I don't think we can actually do anymore. So that'll be good enough for this. Sun's coming up finally. This works out good. Okay. This should work out fine. How? It never went that direction. Now, most likely, somewhere over here, there's going to be a door that goes out to something there. Well, let's not get too crazy, but we can get this just kind of going up at this point. And we haven't decided how anything's coming off of here, so... This is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to do some kind of weird window design in the back there where the foundations are at. Not an end of the world thing, but not the easiest. So this is our first flooring, and I can tell you right now, there is zero fucking chance we are going to get this done without some interior structure. Let's see what it does when we put stairs in, but I'm telling you, there's no chance that it's going to work. All right, so that's going to bring the stairs back up to our landing, and that'll let us have this floor, and then we'll be able to go from that floor up to that, up to here somehow. We'll figure it out. But I'm telling you, we've got issues with structural stuff here. Guaranteed. So we'll probably have to put a support beam somewhere in the middle. But this is going to bring us... And we'll figure out how this is going to come off of here. It's not going to go very far. Let's see if that'll let me do it. We're going to have so many issues. All right, we don't want to go too much. Well, actually, this is going to be a flat floor all the way across here, so we can pretty much do this bit on the outside now that we've got our... Oops. Now that we have our other parts in, we just work our way towards the middle and we'll see where our problem spots are at, but which I assume there's going to be a few. Once we get towards the middle, there's going to be problems. You little butthole. I think that's as far as that one goes, isn't it? Yeah, that's as far as that one goes as well. So we need to start working on the second layer. Work out these stairs. All right, we're in. We're off and running. Let's see how far in we can get. I doubt it's going to be very far. There is certainly going to be some issues. See, we're already in the red. There really won't be much getting around this. We're just going to have to figure out how we want to support that bottom floor. The whole inner layer isn't going to work. I'm actually surprised we got this far. Actually kind of surprised we got as far as we did. How do we do it where it's decorative and it doesn't cut off the fact that you can get to the elevator from there? Do we do it? We're going to have to bring, like, we're going to have to go up to the 4. So we're going to have to support the first 2 layers. And then hopefully once we come in 1 layer, we should be fine the rest of the way up. That's my hope. But right now we got to figure out if we want to use walls or pillars to support this thing. And honestly, it's not going to let me do it where I want to do it, so pillars would look stupid. So we could put our portal like in this area, maybe. Maybe the portal can go in there. We can now just put these going the rest of the way up for support. It just randomly flips it. Come on, game. And I think that should let us do this. Indeed. All right, that looks kind of cool. That's starting to come together, yeah. And we got a full floor. I don't hate that. It does take away from it just a little bit. But what are you going to do? I guess we... No, I want to go up 4 before we bring it in 1. And then I want to go up at least 4 more before we bring it in 1. And then probably go up 4 more before we bring it in another one. So we're talking pretty tall here. And maybe even we go up higher. We'll just have to wait and see how it's kind of looking. But we're starting to get some shape here. Never anything wrong with that. And what sucks is these layers have to be the same on the windows, which is unfortunate. Although we can do it different on the next layers and maybe that'll make it look cool. We'll see. Oh my god, why would it just turn itself? It is... What am I doing? Game, it's so silly the way it does that. All right. Unfortunately, from the outside, it's just going to look the same for the first 4 layers. All right, we're encased. There we go. All right. We could hide it, but why? You know what I'm saying? No, we don't need to do that. Okay, let's get this thing going. We're going up, boys. That looks neat. I like that. Damn it. I threw one. We'll find it in a minute, I'm certain. How is this gonna work? There's something I haven't considered here. It doesn't work. This has to be its own freestanding damn thing. So can I put a doorway in front of that? Yes, okay. That will change. This will make it work. This will make it work. I hate that we're going to have to do this, but we're going to have to do... We're going to have to do the support thing again. How we make that look this time, I don't know. How can we make it different this time? I don't know. Let's get in what we can get in, and then we'll just kind of figure it out from there. Yep, we're going to need that support again. So maybe on this one we do it smaller. We just do this inner hex. I don't think pillars will look all that good. And then on the next one, hopefully it's not as big a problem because we're coming in one spot. So we'll go up to in one, and then we'll figure out how the hell we're going to do that too. Because somewhere we need to start cutting like balconies and shit, and then we can go up on the outside, sort of. So we can have in and out. This is going to be a pretty cool build, I think. I kind of like where this is heading. I kind of like where this is heading a lot, actually. And that works out perfect on that size. Yeah. All right, well, we made some progress tonight. I'm thinking about calling it hitting some sack time, but things are moving along. Now that we've got our spot, even though it's the same spot, this is going to be a different kind of build than what we built last time. Same features, but different kind of build. I wish there was something a little more decorative that we could do here. I think this is pretty cool though. Like, there's a lot of space here to do something with if we want to. This could be like a circle of power. Oh, see, here comes the storm. Let's get down here and see if we're actually still in the storm with the windows and stuff. It's not going to kill us either way, so it doesn't really matter. I'm getting hungry. I got work tomorrow. I got off today because it was just brutal cold. So let's see if it comes up as Sandstorm and if we take any damage. That's good science to end the night, I think. So it says Sandstorm, and we're not getting hit. Now, see, we would be taking damage if we had those open windows. But that's another reason why this is a pretty good set. When you get bigger, and even in this, the storms come inside anyway. Sometimes you can look into it and it doesn't hit you, but if you turn away from it, it hits you. It's some weird randomness. I think most people that play Conan know about that. But this is cool. We've got kind of some protection here. And we're starting to get structure. Now we'll start taking some damage. It's already gone. And that view makes Sinners worth it too, man. It really does. God, that is such a pretty view. I think if we support it, how are we going to do the stairs going up, though, is the next big question. All right, so what we could do is we could bring it in from here to this. And then we could put like a doorway here and then stairs going up or something. Maybe a doorway here and stairs going up, boom, boom, on the outside of this tower and bring it in that way. And that way we've got extra support on the walls closer to the middle, so we shouldn't have any more problems. I think that's probably the play here. We'll just have to suffer through whatever it takes to get this supported, and then going up from there, it shouldn't be a problem. So I think what you could do on this outside would be kind of neat too. We could take something like this. Right, and then we can put in the storm glass fencing in between that. That doesn't look as good as the arena does, but it doesn't look bad. And this will add some structure to the outside of the build as well. But the problem is it's not going to be uniform. It's not going to go all the way around. Maybe we do it on both sides so it's somewhat uniform. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. Let me go back here where it's safe, and I think I'm going to log because I am getting tired, guys. We got more done. Look, we could have been done had we just stayed up north. But I don't think anybody would have been happy with that. The way that it was coming together, we were getting too close to the other builds. We're crowding people. I would have felt crowded. It just didn't feel right. So I think it's probably a better idea to just come here where I've got tons of space and an understanding of what I'm trying to build for this area. I think that's probably the way to go. Let me go ahead and go to this screen real quick. We'll see what we do the rest of the week. I want to keep working on this because I would like to get this done so that we've got just a nice home that we can live in. And then for the rest of our time on this server, we've got a nice home with, maybe we'll reposition a few portals here and there, but for the most part, our building will be complete on this server. So we won't have to grind out many more steel reinforcements or insulated wood or shaped wood or any of that kind of stuff. So that changes the game too. It kind of hits a point of boredom. And then when you get real bored, you're like, I'll just go start another one somewhere else. And that's kind of the cycle. I'm hoping we get Dune before I get bored with this. It's probably not going to happen. So I don't know. We'll probably try a few other games too. I actually logged into GTA 5 for like 5 minutes today. And I realized I was just not interested. I just wasn't interested in the game anymore. But Long Dark is still out there. I was thinking about maybe playing Red Dead as a single player playthrough. I don't know. Could be fun. Anything to kill the time until Dune comes out, man. That's the idea. All right. I'm going to go get the rest of my pizza, and I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. And Shy, let me know. Shy 10. Sorry, I know you don't like to be called Shy. Hit me on Discord. I'll show you the kind of stuff that I'm capable of in like little time. So, but I am going to be working, so it'll be working on it as we go. Hell, maybe we'll do a stream on building your assets. That'd be fun. That way you could be interactive with it. We'll try to set that up. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.